Ah! Did I scare you?
No.
Today's video. Boom! Ranking every mega Pokemon. Oh, what's this? A sword? Oh yeah, I'll take this. Huh. Now we must battle! Ah! Ah! Alright, let's get down to business. First things first, Mega Venusaur. I don't remember all of his abilities, but I know he has thick fat. Also, yes, I have little mini pancakes. I know he has thick fat, which is nice, especially against fire types. Obviously, one of the 3 Kanto starters. I really like it. I'm actually a huge fan. Um, I'm gonna say B. And the only reason I'm gonna say B is because I don't know. Actually, I'll give it A. I think it's probably gonna be a low A, high B situation maybe when we come to the end of it, but for now, it'll be okay. All right, all right. Mega Dragonite, Mega Dragonite, Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard X is most definitely a cooler designed Pokemon than Charizard Y, but obviously, you know anything about Pokemon right now, Charizard Y is the best Mega in the game. But we're not doing Pokemon Champions tier list. We're doing Megas tier list. Fire flying is very cool. I do think that design wise, it's a little lamer. You know, we just get a little, we just add a little more claws to him. Also, I love it when Megas change types. I think that's very cool, and that's why Mega Dragonite X, why do I keep saying Mega Dragonite? Mega Charizard X is going to be up there because that design is so much cooler, and I think it's a very neat design. All right, Blastoise, high A. High A, I love Mega Blastoise. I mean, ginormous cannon on top of him like a tank. Yeah, we'll take that. Mega Beedrill, C tier. I know there's so much Mega Beedrill fans out there just because of, you know, that high attack stat, but also Mega Beedrill's fast, I think I remember, maybe like 130, 140, but it's just Mega Beedrill at the end of the day. Mega Pidgeot. I personally am actually a huge Pidgeot fan. I do love a lot. I just love birds, kind of. I think it's going to be a B, maybe a low B. I'm not too sure. Okay. Now, Raichu X, Electric Surge is his ability. I'm going to put it in... I'm going to put it in D. And now the only reason I'm going to be putting it in D is because I think it's worse than Beedrill, but there's definitely worse ones out there. I do think Y is cooler. Like, no guard on a Mega in the first place is sick, but what do I know? Alright. We'll do Mega Clefairy, or Mega Clefable. I have a lot of Mega Clefable Pokemon cards for some reason. It just seems that it's very attracted to me. I kind of don't enjoy the design of Mega Clefable, so I'm going to put it in C tier. I don't really like the long ears. I love the wings. I love the butterfly. Okay, Mega Alakazam. Now, if we're talking cool Pokemon, Mega Alakazam's got to be up there. 150 base stat speed, I know that, but this guy is so cool. Spoons, he's just like the grandfather of everything. I'm gonna put it high A. Also, I love Alakazam and like Abracadabra Alakazam. Like, come on, that's actually lit. But I love Spoons, and I love that his Mega makes him look cooler. Mega Victory Bell, so funny. I do think it's better than Mega Clefable and Mega Beedrill, though. Just like a giant gunk shot of poison. I do think the trailer for Victory Bell is very, very nice. I think it's fun. Like, not funny, but I think it's very cool. I think the way they showcase that's very cool. But whatever. I don't know if Ed or Travis can pop that up on screen right now, but did you do it? All right. Mega Slowbro. Mega Slowbro. Shell armor. I'm actually a huge fan of Galarian Slowking and Slowbro and the whole Galarian line because it adds extra to it. But I don't think uh, right here for now. Mega Gengar, easy S tier. I know a lot of people actually don't like Mega Gengar. They're like it's too popular. It's whatever. But also, it's that popular for a reason. I have a shiny Mega Gengar card, and I really enjoy it and I really love it. And obviously, Gengar being one of the most popular and one of the most promoted Pokemon of all time, if not one of the most popular Pokemon of all time. I think it does make a good case for why. This might be biased, but it's fine. All right, Mega Pinsir. I'm actually a huge fan of Mega Pinsir. I love physical attacking, and I love the flying type on him too, just because he has wings. I don't think I like it more than Mega Pidgeot though, so I'm gonna put it in B. Mega Kangaskhan, one of my favorite megas actually ever. The fact that the little baby actually comes out and that's the whole mega, like we're not changing much. And then obviously the ability so that it goes us. What's it called? Parental bond, I think. Also the stats of a lot of them being a lot of, even though they might not be super high, almost all of the stats are being over 100 or being 100 or higher. It's very nice. I think it's very cool. Now huge power Starmie. Now we're getting into some. I Mega Starmie. I think its design is so funny. The Mega. Do you want to die? All right. I think Mega Starmie's really funny, and for that, I'll give it high B tier because it's just so funny. Like they just added legs to it and called it a day. Mega Gyarados. I like Water Dark typing. I think that's very cool. Um, the fuck is you, fam? Anyways, I think Water Dark's cool. I do think it's not that like sick, but whatever. All right, Mega Aerodactyl, very cool. I like prehistoric like that. I like it more than Charizard, and Charizard actually might fall to like B tier. Mega Dragonite. I actually love Mega Dragonite's design. I like the big wings on the head and the little Mega Stone kind of on the tail. I think I'm gonna put it A. I also love Dragonite versatility moveset wise in that. It's very cool. All right, Mega Mewtwo. Have to respect highest base stat attack. Mega Mewtwo Y. Have to respect Mega Mewtwo Y. I don't think Mega Mewtwo Y's design is as cool to me, but okay. Mega Meganium. Now, I love like abilities that like do weather without having to do weather. So I really like Mega Meganium, but C tier. It's not, and I know I just said I like Mega Meganium and then I put it in C tier. It's like, what are you doing putting it at the bottom half if you like it? But the Pokemon's not that great. I like the design of the flowers on the neck, but like I feel like more could have been done maybe. I don't know. I also think it doesn't stack up to like some of the coolness of the other ones, like Mega Feraligatr. I know it looks so stupid with the giant thing over its head, but every time it comes down and it shows the little face or like the little mouth, I think it's elite. I'm I'm struggling to find a way that it's better than Mega Raichu Y though, but we'll leave it there. Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos is one of the first megas I've actually ever seen. Um, and I don't know why, but it is. I also think it's a pretty cool mega. I like the long flowing hair. Sometimes I don't like it when the Mega Evolution just changes a slight thing, like just gives it hair and a pushy tail, or for Pinsir, just gives it wings. But I think some of these Pokemon do it really well. And next up is actually my personal favorite Mega of all time, or one of my personal favorite Megas of all time, is Steelix, Mega Steelix. I love Mega Steelix. I'm even willing to put a row above of and call it. Hold on. Put in my faves like we did last time. Perfectly fine with that. I love Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix is so cool. I know Sandstream or whatever it's called, Sandforce is not that great, but Dude, such a cool design. I also love Steelix, so whatever. All right, Mega Caesar. Mega Caesar is very cool. I like the way Mega Caesar looks compared to its normal thing. I like when, like I was talking about, I like it when it's like a kind of like a big change between what it looks like and then what the Mega turns to. Mega Heracross. Gotta be yes. Super high base attack for non-legendary. I think it's maybe the highest. Not too sure. But boy, I love that boy. Mega Skarmory. No, I love Mega Skarmory, and I'm a huge fan of literally almost everything it does. Actually, I was at the beach recently, and I ran a Mega Skarmory Ditto, like front-led team. Maybe the most fun I've ever had doing Pokemon in my entire life. I'm willing to put it in my favorites, and I'm noticing that Steel is a high type, and I'm a big fan of Steel, so I'm okay with that. But I actually love Mega Skarmory, and I think it's really cool. And I think that moment at the beach definitely amplified it. I hit Ultra Ball tier, and I'm 2 games off Master Ball tier right now on my main account, but it's okay. Mega Houndoom. I like Mega Houndoom. I do think it's cool. It's got coolness, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these Megas are silly or, like, this, but, like, him and Caesar, they're, like, cool. Mega Tyranitar. Scary. Scary, scary dude. I'm willing to put it in B. And honestly, Mega Slowbro might go down to D. Mega Sceptile. Now, I understand why they gave him Lightning Rod, but I think it's so funny. Like, what the hell are we doing with Lightning Rod? I unfortunately don't think it's very like I've never been high on Sceptile, so maybe this is like some sort of bias I wasn't aware of before I'm making this video, but Mega Sceptile's okay. I don't see a lot of I do love like the ride or die Sceptile fans. There's a lot of them, but this isn't my cup of joe. I wouldn't put him in D though, but I don't think we'll have many D or Fs, but they might be coming soon. Watch out. Mega Blaziken. Very cool. Hmm. Bad. Alright. Mega Swampert. Everybody calls their Mega Swampert little man because that one TikTok. Um, I love when you just make a character buff. I think that's hilarious. Mega Gardevoir. One of my faves. I used Mega Gardevoir in my ZA playthrough almost as like my ace. And then Mega Gardevoir was the first Pokemon ever on my Pokemon Champions roster, other than the starting 6 they give you. So, huge fan of Mega Gardevoir. Mega Sableye. I think Mega Sableye for me is going to be D tier. And I love Sableye, but, bro, what's his speed stat? 20. Like, it's just so crazy that he is slower than Mega Aggron. I just think that's hilarious. I do like the design. I also kind of don't like the fact that it's just kind of him holding a big gem, but it's okay. All right, Mega Mawile. So cool. Mega Mawile, whatever you want to call it. I think I think Mawile is such a cool Pokemon, and getting a cool Mega like that is really great. All right, speaking of Steel types I like, we can skip by Aggron. I enjoy Aggron, and I'm a fan of Aggron, but the man has such a big PR team. Like, Mega Aggron, I don't even know if this is going to reach anybody, but Mega Aggron has such a good PR team, it's literally ridiculous. Like, there's no reason this guy should be as popular as he is and called The Wall. Like, I get it, it's fun, he has a high defense, but dude, I think Mega Steelix is just better at anything. And also, any special attack, you literally just Mega Aggron, watch out. There's a fucking, I don't know, a Poliwag behind you with. There's a Charmander with Ember. Also, I enjoy, like I said, I enjoy Megas that change their typing. And the fact that he goes from Steel Rock to just Steel with, um, with changing into his Mega form, I think that's really cool. I also I forget what ability he gets. What ability does he get? He gets Filter. Okay. Uh, I mean, not my favorite ability, but it's decent. I'll give him that. All right. Mega Meditite? How do you pronounce this? Medicham. Somebody stupid. It's me. I'm actually a big fan of Mega Medicham. I like fighting types. I like them more than Aggron for sure. I put it right behind Pinsir. Not a lot to say about Mega Medicham. A lot of people don't talk a lot about Medicham, and I kind of understand why, but I love psychic types. I think they're quite cool. All right, Mega Manectric, I hate. I think Mega Manectric is so. I get it's a lightning bolt, Manectric, electric, but dude, he is ugly. I don't think that's cool. I think that's ugly. Mega Sharpedo. God knows why Sharpedo needed a Mega. I'm gonna put it C tier. I just don't think it's that great of a Mega. I do know there's a lot of Sharpedo fans out there. Shout out to them. Mega Camerupt. I actually really like Mega Camerupt. I think his design's kind of cool of just like Glob, which we'll also get to see with Heatran. Or it's just kind of they turned kind of just melted it a little bit. Mega Altaria. I don't know if this is a hot take. I kind of like normal Altaria. No, I don't. I'm lying. I'm just kind of lying. It's fine. I'll put it right above Camerupt. Um, Mega Altaria is kind of fun because like types getting changed, but I don't kind of like that it loses its what's it called? It loses its flying typing. I do like that it gets Pixelate though. I think Pixelate's a great ability and that's fun. All right, Mega Banette. Um, in the Wolfie Draft League right now, he drafted Banette. If anybody, yeah, or Mega Banette. I actually enjoy Mega Banette. I think it's a cool. I love Banette as a Pokemon, and I love Shuppet, but I think when I got a Mega, it did just make it cooler. I'm gonna honestly put it right in front of Starmie. All right, Mega Chimchow. Or is it Chimchow or is it Chime Chow? Hey, honey, or not? I got Chime. Huh. All right, whatever. Make a Chime Chow. Cool. I think it's a very cute design, and the fact that it pays homage to its original pre-evolved version. Obviously, you don't see get a lot of talk about, but okay. Mega Absol, I think is just Absol with wings, which makes me feel like it's lacking on the design front. But I enjoyed Mega Absol. I played it a lot during my ZA playthrough. Um, I can't say I like it too much more than a lot of other Megas, but I think it's okay. Mega Glalie. Now, I do think Glalie suffers from being probably the less popular evolution of the Snorlax. But I like Glalie. I don't know if I like Mega Glalie though. A lot of people just use it for explosion, which I understand. But I think it's okay. I'm gonna pump through these. Mega Salamence. Mega Salamence is cool. I think it looks a lot like more Roaring Moon, which is kind of cool that it looks so much like the Paradox version of a Pokemon. Mega Metagross, so sick, so awesome. Um, I think when Steel types get Megas, they don't mess around. Mega Mawile, Mega Metagross, Mega Steelix, Mega Skarmory. Like I mean, Mega Aggron's pretty cool. Like when these Steel types get Megas, bro, they don't mess, bro. They don't play no games. All right, Mega Latios. I'll just put it in D tier, right with Latias, because these are Latias. Because what is the design? They're jet planes, but they're exact same. I understand that they look the same. It's just depending on where their wings are facing. But I don't understand why these two Pokemon that you could tell based off colors, you strip them of their colors. Really, I know they still have different colors, like in the face maybe a little bit, but and like the wings, but like I just think it's like let them have their own identity. Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon. I love Primal Kyogre. I think Primal Kyogre is really cool. Um, I do think Primal Groudon is cooler than a lot of these. I think Primal Groudon is probably one of the cooler ones I've ever seen. Speaking of cooler ones, Mega Rayquaza. Rayquaza, whatever you want to call it. Rayquaza, it's so cool. Um, One of the cooler design ones. I'm excited for the set that's coming out later this year, even though I won't get any of it. But I think obviously legendaries having megas is so cool. It's like, oh my god, you're bumping up a Pokemon that's already crazy. I do think less legendaries should have megas. Like, I think you should give it probably to Pokemon who aren't like as cool, I guess. But I think some of them definitely hit. Mega Staraptor. It's all over Poketalk right now. Um, I just kind of think Contra is really good. I don't think design wise it's very cool. I'll give it A just because it's so popular and so good right now. But I don't think it's like super overpowered or anything. I like the long emo hair aspect of it because that's kind of what Staraptor looks like to me. But yeah, Mega Lopunny. Other than the memes about Lopunny or the weird things people say about Lopunny, it doesn't get a lot of love. I love Scrappy on a normal type. I think is very cool. But I don't like that they just kind of braided her ears. And like called it a day. Like I feel like I don't know what you could have done. Mega Garchomp is going in there, and Mega Garchomp Y is gonna barely go ahead of him. I really think they fluked out with Garchomp designs. Like I think these designs maybe could have been actually they could have been better, but I mean you get a Pokemon as cool as Garchomp and you can't really take it anywhere. Like you can't figure. Obviously, I'm not a designer, so I'm not gonna go too hard on them. But like I don't know. I feel like you have to do something cooler with them, especially when you're giving them like Sand Force, like Steelix has and stuff. It's like, what are we like? What are you going for with Garchomp? Like, you have to buy into the dragon aspect, but you're just doing teeth. You're just doing teeth everywhere. I don't know. All right, Mega Lucario. It's got to be high S, definitely. And a lot of these are basic Pokemon knowledge, like Charizard, Gengar, Rayquaza, Mewtwo, Groudon, and I think it is a lot of the reason they are so popular is because the designs are very cool, and also maybe I'm biased because it's just been put in my face so much, but I don't know. I love a lot of Mega designs. I think B tier and C tier still have some good designs to them. It's just not my personal favorite, and compared to the other Megas, you have to rank them accordingly. Mega Lucario Y, I actually really enjoy. I actually think Mega Lucario Y, to me, one day may be cooler than Mega Lucario. I know Lucario's not really a split attacker because he doesn't have the way he gets moves, but I love a special attacking Mega. I think it's so cool. But I don't know. Mega Lucario having adaptability is pretty cool too. Also like how Y looks like Miku a little bit. That's okay. All right, Mega Obama. He's got Snow Warning. Not the coolest. I do love when Megas get signature abilities, but like Mega Obama Snow, I feel like they could have done maybe more with instead of Snow Warning, but again, can't judge too harshly. All right, Mega Glade, gotta be, yeah, he's pretty cool. You give the guy superhero cape, damn it. You give him a huge superhero cape, he looks amazing. All right, Mega Frostlass. I'm gonna put it right in front of Miku. Mega Frostlass, super fast, super cool. Ghost Ice typing, kind of not maybe not rare, but very cool. I don't I didn't see a lot of Frostlass in my life ever. Where she got the Mega and she's like big in Pokemon Champions on snow teams. But man, Mega Frostlass is very very cool. All right, Mega Heatran. Heatran didn't get a lot of love in my legendary video, but I think Mega Heatran is gonna be pretty strong, maybe close to unstoppable. I also love the molten core aspect. It reminds me a lot of Torbjorn. But you know what can you do? I think Mega Heatran's very cool, and I think I also love his typing. I think it's very nice. But you already saw I put Mega Darkrai in my favorites. Mega Darkrai is maybe one of my favorite megas. I think the design is so like silly for a mythical Pokemon. Like you just kind of like give it a head and give it a weird looking body, but also that is kind of what Darkrai is about. And darkness, also signature ability on the uh, Mega. I mean, like we gotta love that. We gotta be a big fan of that. Also, I think the Mega Darkrai card that recently came out, super cool. Obviously, I don't got like motion for that. Like I don't know what that's about, but I think it's very cool. Mega Emboar, Mold Breaker. Uh, I don't think Mega Emboar has a lot going for it. positively. I do think that it's not that bad. I kind of like Lightning Rod more than Mold Breaker just because I like Emboar's design more than I'm thinking. I think Mega Emboar's design is pretty cool. Again, obviously, when you give a Mega Pokemon Mold Breaker, it's not that cool, but also it's pretty cool that it can hit through other abilities, which is, I mean, it's the whole point. Mega Extra Drill. Okay. Give it the drill and lengthen it. I do like when they put it together and it looks like a huge drill. I think it's very cool. I am actually not a big fan of Extra Drill or like I'm not a fan of that line that much, so this is kind of bias coming towards me. I'm like going after it right now, but I don't know. I think it's okay. I don't think it's too much to lose your mind about. There's a lot of Extra Drill fans out there. I know that, but yeah, I'll fight them all. Mega Audino. I'm gonna give him a C. I don't know why Audino got the Mega. I do think it's kind of cool, like a Pokemon that not a lot of people know about, or like I wouldn't say obviously not ball knowledge. They have a Mega, but I do think that it's one of those Pokemon that may be more forgettable. And I like when Pokemon like that get a Mega, just like Scolipede. Um, I also kind of was thought the guy who in ZA who used him was pretty silly or cool. So I'm gonna put him in B tier just for that. Shell armor, I think, is the ability it gets or something like that. I do think it could have been cooler or could have gotten cooler stuff, but especially with its design, I think it could have gone pretty far. But what do I know? Mega Scrafty, I think shiny Mega Scrafty super cool looking too. Love the design, love the hoodie. I love Scrafty, I love Scraggy, I love it all. Big fan of the hoodie and the hands in the pockets. Obviously, always been a fan. I think it looks very cool. It's the same emo look as Staraptor, but it takes it to a different level with the whole outfit it's got going on. And I love when Pokemon wear clothes. Like Gardevoir and the dress kind of is very nice. Mega Electros. I mean, this Pokemon has no weaknesses. Yet it still kind of sucks. I do like the Levitate plus Beast Boost it got. Especially, you know, how I was talking about how much I like Mega Pokemon having their own signature ability instead of something that's been reiterated a bunch. But big fan of Electros in the fact that it has no weaknesses. I do think that's kind of cool. Um, but yeah, sorry. Mega Chandelure, I'm gonna put right in front of Medicham. I love Ghostfire. Obviously my favorite starter is Squirrelidge. I have to love Ghostfire. But I think it's okay. I think it does. I mean, Chandelier. It just becomes a bigger Chandelier and like a more realistic Chandelier, which I think is nice. Um, not that crazy to go about it. I haven't seen too much cool things from Chandelier, but I personally enjoy it. But you know, it's okay. Golurk. Golurk is actually on a team I was trying to figure out for Pokemon Champions with the breaking through the Protect Fist. I think it's Unseen Fist. I'm not sure if that's the name of the ability Golurk gets, but I know that's what it does. The same as Unseen Fist. But I'm gonna actually put it pretty high up on B tier. I love the design of Mega Golurk. I like the eyes lighting up. I've always been a fan of Golurk. I think Golurk is a very cool Pokemon, and it is one of those ones that you wouldn't expect to get a Mega that like that. But I think with the more Megas that come out, obviously you're gonna run through the pile of Pokemon that should get a Mega, or like big popular ones that you really want to get a Mega. And I do think it should go to more Pokemon like Golurk or Banette. But and then we got some starters for you. We got Chestnut. Um, I think I don't know. Remember what the ability is called? I think it's called like Ball Armor or something. Um, I do think that Chestnut's like design is kind of like a less cool version of Emboar for me. I know it's supposed to be like a shield and it's like Chestnut. Like I get the whole thing, but like I don't know. Chestnut's just never clicked with me. I love Chespin, obviously. Chespin's very popular and it's in the Smash Brothers game, all that stuff. But Chestnut is. I feel like that line is so bad, and it is a lot of people's least favorite starter, let alone least favorite fully evolved starter. Mega Delphox, Mega Delphox, Levitate, Fire Psychic. Oh, we are huge fans of this song. We all love Mega Delphox. I'm honestly not even going to put it against above Miku Lucario, but I do think that Delphox is very cool, and it has a cool ability. Like I like it just being able to get off the ground with a broom and tie into the witch aspect, which is kind of like the psychic, and that's where we're getting the types from. And I love when designs you can tell what type it is based off the designs, or you can guess, or maybe somebody who doesn't even watch Pokemon can guess if you show them a sheet. But yeah, Megas, Greninja, gotta be up there. Mega Greninja Protean, change the type based off the first move you use. I also think it spinning on a very big water shuriken upside down is very cool. Obviously, with Chaos Rising and it being the chase card has also made it popular to some of the ECG players, but I think everybody loves Greninja. Greninja is one of those ones that is like, um, you don't know Pokemon, you can just say Greninja, and people will be like, "Oh, okay," because it is that popular. Honestly, I think Mega Gengar is probably cooler than Mega Charizard to me. Like maybe I think my list more looks like that on S tier, but my Hero Cross bias is very much coming through. Probably should just be in my favorites category, but we'll move. All right, Mega Pyroar. Now I just recently watched what's it called? Wolf's video on the Mega Pyroar team he got second with. I do think Mega Pyroar sucks. I think it's not that great. It's one of the worst ones that came out of the new batch, but it's okay. I think it should have had an ability called like Lion's Pride or something like that. Like, and it was super um like I know it's got the one that powered up fire moves, but like I do think that it should get something that was like super more unique. Obviously, we all know how much I feel about unique things. All right, boom, fairy, Mega Floette. Mega Floette's got to be up here somewhere. I'll put it right above Electros. Um, I think ZA introducing a version of a Pokemon that has already been out for a while, for a long time actually, which is not that big of a Pokemon, making it look more scary and intimidating, and also making it like one of the most one of the most like one of the bigger protagonists in the game is also very nice. I like when Pokemon kind of are on your team, even though they're not yours. I do not like how at the end of the game, though, it kind of just forces you. You don't get to be Mega Floette's boy like that. You have to battle about that, and then even if you win, it doesn't matter. But I think it's a cool thing. I think Eternal Floette, I guess you could call it, is very nice, very cool. So I'll put it up there. Very scary. It was very scary first times. A lot of the time playing in Champions. But obviously I love Steel. Mega Meowstic. I'm a huge fan of Mega Meowstic. Um, I love that no matter what gender it is, when it Mega Evolves, such as life, it is one. But I also like the I don't know if I'd say the versatility. I just love the way Meowstic looks, first of all, and the fact that it gets a Mega. Obviously, I'm going to be a big fan of Mega Malamar. Maybe the worst Mega. I'm not sure. I don't like it. I don't see a lot of people who do like it. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very cool looking. It's just definitely something. Mega Barbaracle. Again, just nothing great out of it. Barbaracle, if you want to call it. Just I don't know. I do think with a Pokemon like that though, it is hard to give it a Mega Evolution that isn't very like unique. Actually, for what they did with it, I'll give it high D, but I don't know. Just doesn't like scream to me as cool or awesome or something like that. Like the design doesn't make me feel like, oh my god, this is a Mega. It makes me feel like that could just be a raw Pokemon, and it would be okay. All right, Ledge. I'm actually a big fan. I also think the lady in ZA who uses him is bad. So I think it's cool. I also think it's one of the most not lesser known dragon types. Obviously, everybody knows dragon types. There's so many others. They're all pretty good. I mean, not there are so many, but I do enjoy the fan base that it has. I do think that it's like you don't know that many fans, but the ones you know are very cool. Mega Halucha. Hiya, Maya. Alright. Mega Lucha. Everybody's seen the Wolfie entrainment Fissure video. It's very cool. No guards and a great ability. So I think I'm gonna put it right above Raichu, just because I love its design a little more, and I do like the wrestling aspect of Halucha, just like the way I like the wrestling aspect of Incineroar. Now, if they ever were to give Incineroar a Mega, I think the world would go nuts. So I'm glad that they gave it to somebody like the wrestling aspect to somebody else, because you can't do too much. But yeah, Mega Zygarde. Mega Zygarde's so cool. Same reason I like Blastoise actually is the reason I like Zygarde. Giant cannon on your head, especially when it comes and the whole ZA game of playing through the story and it using the big blaster for moves. I think it's very cool. Um, yeah, not much to say. I think it's very cool. Mega Diancie, I actually really enjoy. Mega Diancie is one of those Pokemon that I don't see a lot of people saying is their favorite Mega or favorite like legendary mythical special Pokemon, but I love Diancie. I think she's very cool, very cute. A lot of the girls who like the pink will like Diancie, I imagine, but it's okay. Mega Crabominable. I'm gonna put right behind Aggron. I love punching boxing. I thought the Pokemon was gonna be way cooler when it first came out. I thought the lineage of that Pokemon was gonna be a lot cooler, like the whole line. But I do think it's cool. I obviously you gotta love a puncher, so like his a lot has back. Uh, I have seen a couple of cool things with him, but nothing to like write home about. All right, Mega Glossopede. I'm gonna put it in C for my safety because I know there's a Glossopede shooters out there, but Glossopede is not really like it doesn't scream to me. Also, in Pixelmon, it's so hard to catch it because it runs away every time. It's kind of annoying. That one guy in the show though, I forgot his name. Shout out to him. He's very cool. I think it's not like Giovanni or something, but it's one of those kind of names. I do think he's very cool. And Glossopede as a Pokemon, I think is very cool. I just don't enjoy it personal reasons. Mega Drampa. Not a lot of people know Drampa had a Mega. Like if you don't play Champions, you probably have no idea why Drampa has Mega. I enjoy Mega Drampa. I think I enjoy normal Drampa more because of Cloud9 and just the aspects that that gives. But Mega Drampa is cool. I like it being like he's usually like a dragon in a cloud, and when he's Mega, he's like a dragon in a thundercloud. Like that's kind of cool. But yeah. All right, Mega Magernia, Magerna. I didn't know she had a Mega. I'll be honest. So for that reason, I'll put it in C. It also doesn't look that cool compared to her normal aspect. All right, Mega Zeraora. I'm gonna put it with these two, Latios and Latias. It doesn't look very cool to me. It's like when you control H your keyboard or control Shift H your keyboard and it changes up the colors a little bit. I don't think there's a whole lot to write home about this. I think it looks okay. Mega Phalanx. Now we're talking. Great designed Pokemon. I think Mega Phalanx is one of the coolest designed Megas. I enjoy Phalanx as like they look like they're cha 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 cha, and now they all jumped onto each other and made a huge Mega Pokemon. In no retreat. I do think there is Phalanx shooters out there, so shout out to them. But Pokemon's never been for me, but I do enjoy Phalanx. I'm from the side watcher enjoyer. Mega Scovillain. I honestly love Scovillain a lot. I love Scovillain. I love fire grass types. I love the two-headed aspect of one's grass, one's fire, even though they both shoot fire and both shoot grass moves. But I think Capsicid to Scovillain is one of the cooler evolutions, even though it's just a one. But I enjoy it. I like types like that counteract each other yet are now together. Like Ludicolo with water and grass, I think is the same kind of thing. But big fan of Mega Scovillain. Spicy. Oh, anytime I see a Scovillain, I kind of get scared. Mega Glomora. Um, Shit. I'm gonna put it right above Pyroar. I don't think there's a whole lot of good stuff that comes from Mega Glomora. Lady in Elite Four in Scarlet and Violet is pretty cool. That uses Glomora, and it looks like her a little bit, which is nice. I do. Glomora is one of those Pokemon that I do like the typing of more than the Pokemon itself. Like the typing, if I put it on somebody else, maybe it'd been cooler. But Glomora is not for me. Glimmet is not for me. Kind of looks like a nut sack. Mega Glomora is not gonna be for me. Mega Tatsugiri. I'm just gonna put a low B. Mega Tatsugiri to me is literally just like, shit, we got all these forms about something, what do we do? And then you just put them together and call it Mega. I get it. I do like Tatsugiri and Dondozo. Didn't like playing against it, but I do enjoy it as a Pokemon and as like what it does. Like I think that's a cool idea. But nothing to write home about. That's that crazy about Mega Tatsugiri. I think if it became really big, it was like a huge one piece of sushi, I might be honestly be a bigger fan. Mega Baxcalibur F. Uh, why does Baxcalibur have just a giant sword on its back and we call it a day? I think Baxcalibur is probably the least cool pseudo legendary, and I think it honestly might be because of his PR team. I'd never see anything about Baxcalibur that's cool. Like no one talks like Baxcalibur is cool, even though it's like the pseudo supposed to be the pseudo legendary. Uh, I think if Baxcalibur had a bigger fan base, it might be cooler, honestly, because people could tell me more about him. But there's nothing in my life that makes me want to talk or think about Mega Baxcalibur. All right, this is my list. There's no need for me to switch it up or remove or change anything like I did with the legendaries. We got my favorites. We got the S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier. You guys can see it. You guys can let me know what you think. And if you want to make your own tier list down below, you can take a screenshot of that 100% and send it into the Discord, which is definitely in the description down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I talked a lot and I talked fast. Maybe nobody's watching this. Maybe it's just somebody who has this on in the background, and I love you. But I love making videos like this to contradict the other videos that I make. I do enjoy talking and just sitting down in front of a camera and talking. Um, yeah, I'll probably do one of these kind of talking videos, obviously, when I hit 100 subscribers, even though not a big milestone, but it's going to be big to me if I hit it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any disagreements or agreements down below, let me know in the comments. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.